Now that you've done your research ahead of time, the next thing you need to do is show up to the job fair with intention, whether it's an in-person job fair or a virtual job fair. When you arrive, give yourself 10 to 15 minutes to get grounded. Take a quick bio break to get the lay of the land. If there's a map, observe it and locate the booths for your top 3 companies. Then locate the check-in table and the locations of any breakout sessions, if they have any. For the virtual job fair, you'll want to do the exact same thing. Log on to the virtual platform early, scan the employer's list so that you get a clear understanding of where you need to be first. That tiny pause helps you calm your nerves so that you can show up professionally when you're interacting with the different companies. Now, before you talk to anyone, decide what information you want from them and what details you want to give them. Even if you don't land an interview with your top 3 companies, meeting their company representatives can be beneficial down the road. Keep that in mind because that can be somebody that you add to your network. Now, after you get the information that you want from them, review that information because you might decide that you no longer want to pursue that company, and that information is valuable. Stay focused and pace yourself. It's easy to get distracted by long lines, free swag, the random conversations that really don't help you in the long run. So with intention, tell them who you are, what you're looking for, and tell them at least one fact about their company that you can reference to let them know that you've done your homework and that you're a candidate who should be taken seriously. When it comes to the representative, whether it's a recruiter or a manager, get their name and title, and then mention the fact that you're happy to meet with them and that you'll be sending them a LinkedIn request. As soon as that conversation is over, take notes, whether it's on paper or digitally. You want to write down who you spoke with, what they said about the company, what they said about any roles of interest, and whether or not they gave you any follow-up actions that they asked you to take. Did they want you to apply to a role? Did they want you to give them a call back? Did they want you to email them? Did they want you to text them? Whatever that action is, take a note. Also, that very same day, send a LinkedIn connection request to them immediately. In fact, even before you get to your car, I would take a minute in the lobby and send that connection request to them immediately so that they don't forget who you are.
All right, you've done the prep work. You're ready. Now it's game day. This is all about flawless execution, where your strategy comes to life and you make that killer first impression. You've got about 30 seconds to make an impact. No pressure, right? Well, here's a super simple formula that works every time. 1, say who you are and what you're interested in. 2, signal that you've done your research. 3, ask a smart, specific question. Something like, "Hi, I'm Susie Smith, a computer science major. I was really impressed by your recent work on quantum computing. What are the biggest challenges you're facing in that area right now?" Boom. Simple, powerful, and totally unforgettable.
Okay, as we begin to wrap this session up, let's take a quick look at virtual job fairs because virtual job fairs may look different, but they deserve the same level of preparation as in-person events. Before logging in, set yourself up for success. Choose a quiet space, make sure that your lighting and camera work, test your audio, and dress professionally from head to toe. Not just from the waist up. Have your resume, your notes, and any talking points that you want to make easily accessible. And be mindful of the time slots and cues because virtual conversations move fast. When you enter a chat or video room, introduce yourself clearly. Speak a little slower than usual and look at the camera to create that connection. I think a lot of people have mentioned that before. If you look at the screen, it looks like you're kind of looking down. So you want to look right at your camera. Use the chat feature to capture links or instructions that you might need. And just like you did with the in-person job fair, take notes. Okay, in the next video in this series, we're going to be talking about the best way to follow up after you leave the job fair because that follow-up is where those opportunities either grow or disappear. Basically, what you do after that job fair matters just as much as what you do before the job fair and during the job fair.
Now remember, not all job fairs are in a big convention hall these days. You have to know the difference between in-person and virtual events. In person, your professional outfit and your handshake make the first impression. But online, your tech setup, your lighting, your background, that's your first impression. The rules of the game change depending on the venue.
So for those virtual fairs, here's a quick and dirty checklist. Test your tech beforehand, your camera, your mic, your internet. Find a quiet spot with good lighting and a neutral background. Please double check the time zone. Keep your resume and notes open on your desktop for easy access. And here's a pro tip. Look at the camera lens, not the screen. That's how you make eye contact.